on behalf of our family, I just want to take a moment to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for the family members, friends, supporters, players, volunteers, and community members that come together that means the world to us that we can't express. Thank you, everybody, so much. It means everything. Our epilepsy tournament is not only about baseball, it's about love, awareness, and remembrance. Every year, we're reminded how incredibly lucky we are to have such an amazing people standing behind us, supporting us with this cause and supporting and helping keeping Tanner's memory alive. Sorry. I hate his speeches in school. I could never Thank you to everyone who donated, volunteers, and shared the event and purchased raffle tickets. That means everything. Your kindness and generosity helps keep the tournament going year after year, and we truly could not do it with all of you. We would like to give a special thank you to Days Variety, Brick Wall Bakery, Yummy Freeze, and Fremmer Summer for their wonderful donations and continued support. A heartfelt thank you to St. William's Fire Department for the continued support and donation every year for the last 7 years. Your kindness, loyalty, and support for our tournament and our family is incredibly thankful. Events like this remind us that even though loss and hardships, there is still so much love and support surrounding us. Thank you for helping us continue spreading epilepsy awareness and keeping Tanner's memory alive. This year, we are raising awareness to support for 2 special families and children battling epilepsy, who is 9 years old, and Ellie, who is 2 years old, standing together to support them and bring awareness to the epilepsy. The money raised today from the tournament will be split 3 ways, supporting Tanner's family, Ellie's family, Epilepsy Cell Central. This is for Epilepsy Cell Central. So then they can continue as well helping families, individuals are affected by epilepsy. We really want to thank you guys for helping us out and bringing more awareness with us. And this is Dave, and he is going to tell you a little bit more about epilepsy.
Hi. David Charchalis. I'm the CEO for Epilepsy South Central Ontario. I've been working in epilepsy for about 14 years now. When I first started, I knew nothing about epilepsy. And over the course of the years, I've learned. The one thing I do understand about it, more so than anything else, it's not an individual's disease. It is a family disease. Unlike somebody like myself who has diabetes, my family can go out and leave me alone. But when you've got epilepsy, you can't really leave that person alone in the house for fear of having a seizure. Most people don't understand it. Most people just think, yeah, whatever, it's nothing. It's massive. WHO, the last few years, has declared it as a disease, not an affliction, not a condition. It's now classified as a disease, right? The disease that affects the brain. What we do is we work with families, everybody from ages 5 to about 105. Okay, so we work with seniors, adults, young adults, youth, children. And we have to work with families. So if somebody's been diagnosed, we've done sessions with people where mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousins, they all come in to learn and how to work with the child who has epilepsy, who's suffering from seizures. We classify epilepsy as the invisible disease. Walking around, you don't know. And a lot of people, when I've taken my kids out, they kind of yell at me because I've got my kids on that special platform, the GO train, to get in. And they're going, it's for disabled, get away. And I'm going, no. Our kids need that. Our camp that we do run in Mississauga, our ratio is 1 to 5, 1 counselor to 5 kids max. It's a teaching thing for the children. So when somebody has a seizure, my counselors, Carly, where's Carly? Carly's there. Carly runs our youth and young adults program in our Sunny Days camp. Carly deals with the seizure happening, and the counselors teach the kids. One girl said, hey, Dave, is that what it looked like when I have a seizure? And I said, yeah. She goes, well, Johnny told me I look like a fish flopping out of water when I have a seizure. I said, well, is that what it looks like? She goes, no. I said, so she explained to Johnny. She goes, no, I'm not going to explain nothing to him. When I get back to school, and I see Johnny, I'm going to give him a punch in the head and tell him I'm not a fish out of water. Time out. Okay, Susie, we don't do that. So mom, dad, Susie said this. We had another child who was nonverbal because she was teased at school for having seizures. So through our camp, she gets to see other kids and she realizes I'm not alone. This is what happens. She goes home, starts talking at dinner table for the first time because they asked, well, how did camp go today? And she started talking about what she did at camp. During the school year, what happened at school? I did homework. What are you doing tomorrow? Homework. All she would say is homework. That's it. Her grandmother called me up the next day and said, what the hell have you done to my granddaughter? And I'm thinking like, oh my God, what happened? So she told me she started talking. And that's strictly because she got to see and experience other kids with seizures and talk with other kids who have seizures. We're constantly working, we're constantly reaching out, and I cannot thank you enough and your family and your friends and anybody associated with you who puts this together. I've been here now 4 years. I think I've been here.
Yeah.
Last year, my mom had an accident, couldn't make it, broke her knee. Long story short, but it is such an uplifting, empowering moment for us at Epilepsy to see everybody come together to support it. So thank you from Epilepsy South Central, myself. Thank you, everybody, for doing this. The last person I haven't introduced yet this is Trevor. Trevor runs all of our volunteers, fundraising, sponsorship programs, our community outreach programs. He's got a plate full of stuff that he does for me. Hardy does all the counseling from ages 5 up to 30. I've got one of the gentlemen who runs our support group up out of Cambridge. It's all virtual. So we're constantly working with people. And I'll tell you, if you don't know anything about epilepsy, there's some information back there. Take a look at it. Give us a call. If you want to, even if you're curious to ask questions, ask the questions. That's how we all learn, by asking. If you don't ask, you don't know. And you never know who you're going to come up. 1 in 100 people have epilepsy across Canada. So how many people are here? About 100 or so? Guarantee you there's going to be one connection to an epilepsy here.
Yeah.
Okay, except from Lisa, but you will find that. And don't be afraid to reach out and help and talk. You want to know about first, if you come across him with epilepsy, you've got first aid. You want to know? He's the person to talk to. She can talk it through you on the phone. What to do if somebody has a seizure? What to do? What not to do?
Yeah.
What not to do?
Is the thing, right? What not to do.
Do not put something in their mouth.
Do not let them hold anything. My boss let somebody hold forks and said that they had to hold something metal.
Depending on the seizure, they could wander. They may be totally out of it, wandering around. If you see them wandering and totally like out of it, watch the staircase, watch the stuff. One of my interns had a seizure on the floor. He starts pushing himself backwards, crawling backwards. So we had to run and stand by tables, let him bump into our legs, the whole bit. The worst thing you can do if somebody's down on the ground with a seizure, personal experience, do not stand over them. Because when the spastic motion happens, that leg comes up. I sang soprano for a week, okay? So be aware, it's not, and the big thing, people think, oh, I can catch it, it's contagious. It is not contagious. You cannot catch it, okay? No transmission whatsoever.
Everyone's brain just works a little differently. That's
the way I was playing. Who had a combustible car engine when they know what I'm talking about?
What?
You know, the old, yeah. What?
Oh my God, what?
The old cars out of the set. Okay, there you go. So you know when the spark plug doesn't work, what happens? Where's my 67 Chevelle? Car backfires. That's what's happening in the brain. The brain is backfiring like a car. Right? It happens. They get over it. Right? So again, I can't thank you enough. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thanks.